Hi folks, thanks for watching. I'm back to acrylics for this one. Just wondering whether I should use that worn out brush. I'll use the worn out one. Why change the habit of a few days. I've got another one that's sort of going the way of that one. They're both Pro Art brushes. They're very, very good. They're not that cheap, but they do last a long time. But occasionally you get them coming up with the length of bristle just a bit too much. So I'll use this one. It's a piece of watercolour paper. It's a practice paper. Don't use my expensive stuff. And it doesn't matter because once the acrylic is on, that becomes a primer. It's a bit loose, this one. Right, it doesn't really matter, I'll do it later. I've got some pins banged in here, but I think I could probably... The handle goes into about there, so I can put another nail through there, and then snip it off and bend it over, and then it'll be nice and stiff again. Right, let's get all the stuff, the oil painting stuff away. Give the thing a bit of a spray. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's about 15-degree angle. Let's just get some stuff on. Bit of Payne's grey. Yeah, I might prefer black, you know. But you can change it. I've given it the paper a good bit of PVA glue diluted. I'll show you the bottle I use if you want to get some yourself. I've got two bottles of this. One nearly is I use now as the dilute PVA, and the other one is the one with all the fresh, thick PVA glue. So that's how you buy it, or how I buy it. This is half a litre, but the other one I bought online, much cheaper, was 502 wood adhesive. It's PVA, so, and it's got a nice. Well, you know, that's it. That should go right down there. It's I've put the new one, the new nozzle, on the big old bottle, and I just take the top of that off, just unscrew it. All right, okay, there we are, and then I just pour out the thick PVA. It's not that thick. Into this one, put a bit of water in it, and give it a good shake. Be careful that the nozzle here, which you unscrew to get the PVA glue, it keeps it airtight. Make sure it's done up, otherwise you'll find that you'll get it all over your place. Then just pick off the dried bit of PVA glue from the top. This one was about 10 quid. It's a bit of a rip-off, I think. But then things are getting more expensive, aren't they? I'll give it a really good coat of this. If you're doing oil painting, about 3 coats would be about right. But just one coat here, because this, as this dries, it's going to be a coat of acrylic. So there we are, lesson over. Right, now let's get some colour in here. I like the cabin yellow deep. It's just fill in some stuff, a bit of sky here. The idea is you put some paint on. Don't know if you're going to keep it or not. Just put some on. You're going to cover it up anyway. It just gives you a guide. Now, I haven't even thought about what I'm going to do for the sky. I'll just mix a bit of blue and a black and a bit of white. Now, when it's wet, it will lift off the dried colour underneath, or damp colour underneath. Let's see if we can get a green. Don't use a lot of green, really. Well, I mix it all up anyway. Just work away until you've got something you're happy with. You won't be happy with this, but just as you do this, eventually something happens, something you like turns up, and then you just develop it, see where it goes. That's a bit of a wood there. We can just get some grass. Go up there with that. Like that. And I'm going to put some black acrylic out, I think, because I like it. Plenty of black. I've got tubes of it, 200ml tubes. I got from Wilco's. I haven't been there for a while. I might go there tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, it's Sunday, isn't it? No, Monday morning. I need some beer mix, my homemade brew. The last one I bottled a bit too quick. It had some bubbles going on, and the other bubbles just explode. When I take the lid off, I need about 3 glasses to pour the froth in, and it all settles down. But it's a bit of a nuisance, so I learn by my mistakes, or not. Right, let's get more yellow. Get that creamy, deep yellow. That's a lovely, lovely colour. Look at that. We've got a bit of red. We've got plenty of red on there. Hold on, where's my brush? Whatever it is. So we get a bit of light. Touch of red. Now we want this abstract. We don't want it to be representational, because we're not after a detailed painting, we're after a painting that is pleasing to the viewer and to yourself. A bit of lovely black and a bit of lovely red. I quite like the effect of trees on the horizon. Let's just get that down there. Look, I'm just sort of building up a sort of an impasto. The difficulty is finding something new to paint rather than repetition, but you can't really help the repetition. It just sort of happens. Yellow ochre on there. Nice bit of red in there. Try to get rid of the hard edges. These are lovely brushes, you know, there's so much you can do with them. When that's dry, I'll go and do some sky. A bit of red. Brush is wiggling in my fingers. Right. Some red, ochre, some white. How many colours are we using? 1, 2, I haven't used that yet. 3, 4 colours in plus black and white. It's good fun. Just starting a picture with you with nothing in mind. I haven't even got anything in my mind at the moment. I'm just putting colour on, thickening everything up. And just bleaching that a little bit. I'm going to open up some of these trees when I get round to it. Get a bit more shape. Oh dear, I forgot my tea. I'm editing the one for my patrons. It's probably finished. So when I go down, I can finish it off, make it live on Patreon, and then I'll download this one for you and edit it, because this will take longer than half an hour. The memory cards split. This is a 32 gigabyte. It splits at about 30 minutes or 30 minutes tax. Carries on videoing, but you have to edit it, put the two pieces together. This was a 64 gigabyte, but it would download the video, get to 30 minutes, and it wouldn't go any further. It wouldn't download the last bit. So that was a waste of money. I don't know what's wrong with it. If I try to see what's going on with it, it will no doubt, well, do it again, and it's a blooming nuisance. Bit of undulation in there. I don't really like mixing ready-made greens. I like to do them myself. I'll make them up. So leave some of the underlying colour to show through, which would be black. I'm still working on these. These are by no means a finished method. I'm still trying to find my way with the abstraction, which I do love. The idea of it, I like looking at them. Not these, other people. I think of the Danish painter, who's been a great inspiration to me. I was looking for a way to go abstract. Well, she's found a way, and she's sharing it with me and others. And I'm not bothered about keeping things to myself. So you learn by looking at other people's work. That'd be good. I mean, hundreds of people are probably copying what I do, which is great, provided they don't put their own name on my signature on their work. I wouldn't be happy about that. But an honest copy and with your name, I'm fine. Well, I've done it. But what you can't do is to add the artist's signature. I've got to get this to sparkle. It's not sparkling at the moment. Bit of red, bit of white, bit of ochre. Got a bit of a path going through it. A bit of blue in here. A bit of red. You learn all about neutral colours like greys. Well, show you. That's a neutral colour. The sort of shadow areas. Got to do some work on the sky in a minute. Oh, there's so many folk do this online now. That's including me. Coming up there like that. Right, we're going to brighten this up a bit, but so I just want to go back on the sky now. So let's have a nice black, red, blue. Yeah, that's fairly dry, so this shouldn't lift from underneath. Got a nice bit of dark in that sky. I must admit, I do find skies quite easy. They weren't always easy, believe you me. I've spent years just trying to do half decent sky. Put the lights on there. Let's let that go for a minute. We'll try to prefer burnt sienna. I haven't used burnt sienna yet. I'm just about to use it. Let's try and give that a bit of better shape. A bit of yellow ochre, I think, or a bit of burnt sienna. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 colours. I'll try not to use the burnt sienna, but it is a great colour. That's red, pinch of white. Turn some of that into mist. Shouldn't have painted that as such a solid mass. Plenty of white on here, just all I've got to do is vacuum again when I've done this. We've got eight things in for curry tonight. My wife's busy doing that, preparing. But here I am, having a nice easy time on this. Right, now we want a good bit of stuff here. A touch of red. Oh, that's more than a touch. It's very strong, that cad red. But nothing wrong with a bit of colour. Then we can strengthen the bits that we like and paint over the bits we don't like. Maybe I shouldn't have painted that bit out. But I can go back with those dark colours. Darkers. Going mad. Reinstate some of that later. Let's get a bit of light colour in here. Now you don't have to use stable palettes, you can use plastic plates, you know, the thin ones, throwaway ones, the waxed ones, bits of MDF or left over. But this I found to be very useful. I can use it in oils. This oils will stay quite workable for several days. They will eventually dry. But in this palette, it's lovely. Now, look, try, when you're doing that, you've got to make sure you don't repeat and get a regiment of clouds all similar. The white that I'm using is not Galleria. Good for hobbycraft. I'm going to get some more tubes of this. I thought it would work out more expensive probably than the Galleria, but this is Graduate, Taylor Rowney. It's an intermediate. It's just not beginners, but it's an intermediate thing. Alright, let's just get a bit of that dark over the top. Nice bit of lighter colour. It's a soft blend with hard edges. Just going up in front of that darker cloud behind. All nice and soft. Alright, let's just get that a bit more blended there. Right, now that's all dry now, so we can put in some warmer colours. A bit of red. Let's have a bit of that, so burnt sienna. Just dry brush in here. I hope you've looked at the 4 oil paintings I did on 2 sheets of paper. I quite enjoyed doing those. Put that black in there. That'll do for my green. Put that light across there. Now I'm often asked if I use other colours. Well, yes and no. I've got 3 different yellows. I've got a couple of different reds. I've got cerulean, cobalt, which I hardly ever use. That's why I use the ultramarine. Burnt sienna, there's light red, or red oxide, which is lovely, and the black and the Payne's grey. But I don't count those as colours. Get a bit more of that. red and blue, red and black. Just to highlight bits and pieces. Sort of path through there. Right, well, I don't really think I can do much more to that. I'll put a mount on it. The double mount, but which is there. Well, there we are. There. What I like is the subtlety you can get with the colours by dragging over nearly dry paint underneath. You can also spray water on the wet paint or the drying paint. It's a bit bouncy, that's the problem, but the wetness in the PVA has got into the backing, but then it will dry flat eventually. You can when it's dry, you can put a few books on it, press it out a bit, but there's no detail in this. There is just a suggestion of detail with the bits of dark reddy black, bits here and there, but there are no passages painted like as flat passages. They are just a way of getting away from detail, technical texture, another word for detail, texture. But there are no individual strokes in that. It's all just blended, added to, and I hope you like it. Got to get that photographed for Facebook and downloaded for you. Anyway, folks, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.